Which one? The little G-DEC? Oh, 12-year-old. That's perfect. It has a list price of $233, and the U.S. street price will probably be $179. So, fun for everybody. Hey. How are we doing back there in the sound booth? Ready? Okay. Hello, everybody. Shane Nicholas from Fender Amplifiers here to tell you about the 57 Deluxe. This is many, I should say, oft-requested model for Fender to reissue. I got calls and emails and people bumping to me on the street saying, when are you going to reissue the Tweed Deluxe? Well, this is the year. We've been very successful with our 57 Twin reissue, and this is the next model in that series. It's an all-pine, solid pine cabinet, hand-wired circuit based on the original late 50s Leo Fender Deluxe circuit. It's a Jensen Alnico speaker in there, and just all the right stuff. Good tubes, custom transformers, everything you want to get the original Deluxe sound. Here's why people love this amp. Okay? It's designed for... That's what people thought you would use this amp for. But of course, this is one of those amps where you crank it up a little bit and you get a really beautiful distortion sound. And it's one of the most dynamic, touch-sensitive amps ever built. Meaning, I'll turn the guitar all the way up here, and then I'll hit harder. I have the amp set on about 3, and already you're hearing a little bit of breakup when you play really hard. But it's very compressed. It doesn't get twice as loud when you play hard. It just gets more dirt. So as we turn it up, here it is up about halfway. And just by your touch, you can completely control how the amp responds. Go all the way up, turn it up to 12, and it becomes a sweating pig kind of sound, I like to call it. Okay? And many people have used Tweed Deluxes on recordings over the years, since the 50s. Less than 7 seconds for trademark and copyright reasons. Okay, maybe I don't want it quite as muddy. No worries. We got a volume and a tone control on this one. Turn it back down to around 4. So an experienced player can really get a whole range of nuances with just a couple of knobs and how they play the guitar. And also, like all great amplifiers, if you put down the Stratocaster and you pick up another kind of guitar and plug it in, you'll hear the differences and the nuances of the instrument. So that's the 57 Deluxe, a faithful, dead-on, handmade in USA reissue. But what about for the connoisseur who wants something just a little more special, just a little more exclusive? Let's move over to the Fender 57, the amp that could have been. The Fender 57 is the same chassis, the same circuit as the original 57 Deluxe, but everything else about it is different. And we're kind of sitting around the offices at Fender thinking, you know, Leo Fender made Strats in custom colors and did gold hardware and different pick guards and things to make the guitars prettier and fancier and all that. but never really did it with the amplifiers. What if someone was sitting in a diner having coffee in 1957 and they saw a brand new Cadillac or a brand new Chrysler drive by with tail fins and a lot of chrome and stuff? That's kind of what we were thinking about. And so the designers and everybody had dreams of bringing this kind of thing to light. So it's got that sort of Art Deco kind of split grille. There's a brand new holographic metal logo plate. There is a solid aluminum speedboat handle. There are brand new, they're the old style knurled Telecaster knobs, but they have engraving on them. Can you get that on the camera? Blue jewel light, just because it's cool. And then around back, we have the coveted Celestian Blue Alnico driver, which is a very expensive speaker if you buy them over the counter, but a lot of connoisseurs and players really, really like the sound of that. So let's listen to it. Okay, so this is the amp set halfway up. It's a little bit brighter than what the Tweed one is for two reasons. It's solid maple. Think of hitting a maple snare drum. Bang! It's much more attacky kind of sound. And then the speaker itself is very unique in that it's got a whole lot of harmonic content, and it really breaks up when you play hard. So I'm going to have the guitar turned down a little bit. And then turn the guitar up. So again, for a player who really has their touch developed to where they play hard and play light and change pickups on the guitar, and you want to hear all those nuances, it's beautiful. Turn it all up to get our sweat hog sound. Almost sounds like the amp wants to blow up, but it's just because everything is compressing like crazy. That's the Fender 57. Only 300 will be made for the whole world. Hope you enjoy it. Please check out fender.com for more specs, and thank you for coming.